am not the birthday girl. I am the birthday girl's Dominican Caribbean friend.
I am not the birthday girl. I am the birthday girl's neighbor, Portuguese Cape Verdean / friend.
I am not the birthday girl. I'm the birthday girl prayers sister.
I am not the birthday girl. I am the birthday girl's fabulous friend.
I'm not the birthday girl. I'm the birthday girl daughter's best friend mom. I'm the Nigerian sister. Yeah! I am the birthday girl. Oh, okay.
Well, I am the birthday girl, and welcome to the Real Mojo Show. Give me just a minute because my scenes are not acting right, but I am going to get it together. I'm going to get it together. Yes, I am. Well, welcome. So it's my birthday. I'm Missy, and it's my birthday. Well, actually, not today. My actual birthday is Sunday, but this is my last podcast before my birthday. So I decided to come on and celebrate with you all. So, welcome to my birthday show. It's my birthday, and I will talk if I want to. All right. So, let me grab something while I am here because I don't know why I am having trouble with this thing. But you have to always love the wonderful technology. Um, Excuse me. You know what? I'm going to uh, come in, everyone. I am just trying to look for something really quick, and then we are going to get um, this birthday podcast started because you guys are my special guests celebrating with me today. Give me just a minute. Let me invite a few people on YouTube and make sure that it is actually working because if you can see it on, looks like it is working. It looks like it is working. It looks like we are in Biz Night E, okay? We are in Biz Night E. So, y'all are all here today with me to celebrate birthday, but not just celebrate my birthday, but why? Why do we celebrate birthdays? And why should we celebrate birthdays? Because I know some people who absolutely do not like or want to celebrate birthdays. But before we get into it, I just want to welcome you all in the chat. Drop a line. Tell me where you are celebrating with me from. And we're going to get it started. Biba, you are in the building, and I got your name right. Yay! And Sandra, you are here, supportive as usual. Who else is in the building? Who else is in the chat? Drop a line and tell me where are you celebrating with me from? And I just want to tell you, if I would have planned ahead of time, I would have done the hat. I would have had a whole party in my background. But this was a last minute thing. I was like, okay, I have a topic. I was going to do a single parent topic today and decided, you know what? It's my birthday. I have the mic and I'm going to have the moment. So thank you for coming in and celebrating with me. Um, Drop where are you celebrating with me from? I want to see it in the chat. I want to see it in the chat. The chatterization, as one of my favorite content creators say. So As people are coming in, I'm going to put up why you should celebrate your birthday. All right? All right. So, why should you celebrate your birthday? Well, gratitude. You need to show gratitude for life. Each birthday marks another year that you have lived. Okay? Let me make that smaller. Each birthday celebrates another year you have lived. You know, you've gone through joys, you've gone through life lessons, you've gone through challenges, and you've grown up. So now you have to take the time to celebrate and remind yourself of what you have come through and the gifts, just the different gifts of life, the people who shared it with us, and the experiences and that, and all these together shapes who we are today. And I don't know why my um, volume is still on my phone, even though I clearly turned it all the way down. So, and the biggest gratitude is just saying like, I am still here. All right. Canada is in the house right here in Texas. Texas, yes. So that is the first reason why I celebrate my birthday. And I don't know why this keeps going off and why you should. Oh, okay. So I'm gonna drop the link in the chat too. So if you want to come up and also do a special celebration, because I have people who apparently want to do that. So drop the link in the chat. So feel free to come on in. All right. So the second reason why you should celebrate your birthday is it's not just about getting older. Um, it's about becoming into who you are. Every year brings new experiences, new wisdom, new strengths. Because I mean, even I can admit that you find yourself like, what did you get through this year? And celebrating is a way to honor how far you've come, the goals that you've achieved. Did you have goals this year that you achieved? I have one, and that is what I'm doing today. Content creation, content creating, and I'm so excited to be here. The lessons you learned, and even the struggles that you have overcome. So um, I know that I've had struggles this year. I continue to have struggles this year, but I just can't wait until next year when we can say, I overcame that struggle last year. So the third reason is connection with the community. Like now, I'm here on whether you're watching from YouTube or Facebook or TikTok or Instagram. I'm here to be able to celebrate together. A birthday is a chance that loved ones can express their appreciation for you, because I just love it. Because I'm going to actually show a video in a minute. One of my favorite birthdays was last year. And it's because normally I plan all my own parties. Like no one has ever thrown me a party because I'm always on top of it. Of course, many of you know me. I am an event planner, an event coordinator, all things events. That's me. And so, if you know me very well, you know that I cannot help it. It is just in my blood. So I have never allowed anyone to plan my birthday until last year. Last year was the first time that people came together and celebrated me. And when I tell you, it was absolutely amazing because, just as I said, people came together, worked together to put something together for me. And it was so special because you also get to know how much you mean to people because they took a moment to actually share, um, what I meant to them, and the impact that I've had in their lives. Because sometimes we go about life and we really don't know the difference we are making in people's lives until we take a moment and stop and listen to what others feel and how they others see us. Um, Number four, motivations for what is ahead. A new year of life also means a new chapter, okay? A blank page waiting to be written, okay? You can reflect on your journey, giving you perspective and purpose for what is to come next. It's an opportunity to set intentions, dream big, and keep moving forward with mojo, okay? With your mojo, it's just important for us to stay motivated, because if there's no hope, is there nothing, no hope for anything to come, then what is the point of living? Stay hopeful, stay motivated for this next chapter in life. All right, let's see. I see someone who is in there, and it was a beautiful day. Yes, it was a very beautiful day. So, and then my fifth reason is just because you deserve to be celebrated. Okay, simply put, you are worth celebrating. You exist, you have impacts in others' lives, even more than a lot of times what you realize. It's self love, appreciation, and it's a reminder that your presence in this world is something special. That is the importance and why you should celebrate. I'm going to show a video. We already saw this part, but you know what? Because no one was here, I'm going to go ahead and let me see. Let's start it again.
I am not the birthday girl, but I am the birthday girl, Haitian little sister.
I am not the birthday girl. I am the birthday girl's Dominican Caribbean
Now
friend.
it's freezing. Let me pause
I am not.
for a minute. I notice a lot of the social media is having issues.
I am not the birthday girl. I am the birthday girl's neighbor, Portuguese Cape Verdean / friend.
I am not the birthday girl. I'm the birthday girl's prayers. Sister.
I am not the birthday girl. I am the birthday girl's fabulous friend.
Huh.
I'm not the birthday girl. I'm the birthday girl daughter's best friend mom. I'm the Nigerian sister. Yeah! I am the birthday girl. Oh, okay.
We played that part again because I wanted to celebrate. I'll let that play so that you can actually enjoy some of the different activities. But let me tell you, again, I have reached another birthday, and I'm so honored because I have people who want to celebrate me yet again. Sunday is my day, and I am super excited. But let me have some interesting facts about today. And I don't know why my notes got erased, but we are going to find them and bring them on over. I don't know how it got erased. I think I copied and pasted over my notes, so bear with me. The biggest takeaway for me as it relates to just celebrating birthdays is that the biggest takeaway for me is just the gratitude to be alive another year, to have your health. Even though, yes, I do have certain, looks frozen, but even though I have certain health challenges overall are well, and I am so excited, so happy. So, some interesting facts. Who shares October 26th birthday with you? Number one, Hillary Clinton. Did you know Hillary Clinton was born on October 26, 1947? She was the first lady, of course. She's a U.S. Senator, Secretary of State, and of course, Bill Clinton's wife. Seth MacFarlane was born October 26, 1973. He was the creator of Family Guy. Do you know that voice? I don't even know how to describe it. The one that really makes you laugh all the time. Um, Uncle Ben, welcome to my celebration. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm glad that you were able to make it. I had another show today for our single parents and decided, you know what? I am going to change it at the last minute. And so I got home off of work and I said, we are going to celebrate my birthday today on this show. I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. It's going to be interesting, but we are going to go for it. It looks like I am frozen. So, other famous celebrities, Keith Urban. He was born October 26, 1967. He's a country music star. I don't know if y'all know who that is. I know who he is, but I don't listen to the music. Um, Jason Smith was born. That's the actress known for Charlie's Angels. Bootsy Collins. Do you know who Bootsy Collins is? If you don't, look him up. Funky music legend, okay? Rita Wilson was born October 26, 1956, who was an actress and a singer. Dylan McDermott is also an actor, was born in 1961. Carrie Elves was born October 26, 1962, who is also an actor in The Princess Brides. Pat Sajak, October 26, 1946, which was the game show host of Wheel of Fortune. Guy Sebastian, who is a singer from Australia, and the list goes on. Do y'all know of any celebrities that you share your birthdays with? Drop it in the chat. If you do, drop it in the chat. So, here's my favorite part. How about some interesting facts? On October 26th, it is the unofficial. It is unofficially known as How at the Moon Day. So I was thinking of something very funny. Maybe that is why my personality is as it is, because I was born on How at the Moon Day. Isn't that funny? Anyway, the first electric generator at the Hoover Dam went into full operation on October 26, 1936. It was the big power and engineering movement, and maybe that's why I have the engineer mindset. Who knows? And October 26, 1979, the President Park Chung-hee of South Korea was assassinated, which was during a very significant political movement. In October 26, 1905, the union between Norway and Sweden was peacefully dissolved. Um, that was a diplomatic milestone. October 26, 2001, the USA Patriot Act was signed into law in the U.S., expanding intelligence and surveillance power. So that's why I had something to say, but I'm going to keep that to myself. October 26, 1917, Brazil declared war on Central Powers in World War I I don't know why. I guess I'm so excited today. I can't even speak. So, do y'all have any milestones? I'm not seeing anything in the chat. Do y'all have any milestones that, any interesting milestones that happened on the day you were born? Any celebrities that you know that celebrate the same day? Um, Drop it in the chat. Drop it in the chat. So, as we are here today, we are just, as I am the real mojo, and I like to talk about serious and real conversation. That is kind of what my plan was to do today, was to just have a conversation. We want to talk about issues in today's economy, or if you are celebrating something yourself today, I would love to know and celebrate with you. Just drop it in the chat. Come on the screen. I'll drop the link again. And let's have a conversation. So, I do not know why my notes magically disappeared, but we are not going to allow that to be an issue today. I'm going to find my notes. All right. So, Uncle Ben, I know that you always have a topic that you are, you know what, speaking of a topic, there was one that we were discussing in the real fam, and it was quite interesting today. It was about older men marrying younger women, which really it could have been about older. Um, you know what? Okay, so Biba said Renee Zellweger. I think I know who that is. Was born on April 25th, same as you. So April 25th is your birthday. So that's nice to know. I'll have to put it on my calendar. But as I was saying, we were discussing older men marrying younger women today, and it was quite interesting. Biba, were you in that conversation? Because it was funny to me because, as I had mentioned before, growing up without a dad, I tend to have been attracted to older gentlemen. And it was so funny because it seemed like the men that I was going after, like when I was in high school, my boyfriend was not in school, had already graduated. And so the conversation that was on Uncle Ben's show today was like that older men just should not marry younger women. And I was like, at what age? So what's the age difference that you consider as an older man is too old to marry a younger woman? Because I tend to feel like those relationships tend to work out better. That's how I see it. Because let's be real. Women mature a lot faster than men. I mean, it's a proven fact here, especially I put in the chat as it relates to insurance. It's an example. Insurance, when we are insured, women's insurance rates come down at 21, but men's do not come down until they are 25. So that's because they tend to feel that men are safer. They are, you know, more responsible as they are closer to 25. So do y'all see any issue with maybe a man of 10 or 15, 20, 25 years older marrying a younger woman? Do y'all see anything wrong with that? Biba said, I missed an hour of the conversation because I had a meeting at work. Let me tell you, Viva, it is so entertaining to keep those in my ear while I'm at work, so I can drown out everything around me. Um, Sandra says, my dad is older than my mom, 12 years. And see, I think that works. For me, I really do think that works. I feel like me personally looked for older men because I had a daddy what's it called? A dad complex, a daddy complex. Um, I was looking for a man who could kind of show me that daddy role. Um, I'm sorry, I'm sending this link. So it it's it worked for me, but it wasn't always realistic because my husband became my husband, or my boyfriend at the time became my boyfriend, and not my dad. It really depends on how much of an age gap there is. Okay, so Biba, what would you say is too much? That is the question that I have. What is too much of an age gap? Um, that was the conversation today. I think this particular couple though were 30 years apart, if I'm not mistaken. But I one of my family members is married to someone who's around 9, 12, not between 9 and 12 years apart too, and they have been married like since she was 18, literally until now, which is 40 plus years, and so it worked for them, and I think that it does work. Sandra says, "I guess that what matters. I guess what matters is I guess how well you get along, and you're older than 21." Well, the person that I know was not older than 21 when they got married. They were just turning 18. So, yeah, I don't know. For me, it works. And the conversation was so interesting today because there was who was just in the chat, Uncle Benno. Uncle Ben was saying that the age gap was too much. And I was just like, I don't see anything wrong with it. Am I weird? Am I weird for not seeing that, you know, 20, 30-year gap is not too much? Am I weird? I don't know. I think it's okay. Um, would I do it if I found love and the person was 20, 30 years older than me? I would not say, oh, I'm not going to love you because you're much older than me. No, because we may connect on the level that allows our relationship to thrive. So um, I don't agree with that. I don't really agree with that there's too much of an age gap. So I want to know, it is maybe. So Sandra, when you say it is maybe, are you saying like 30 years is maybe too many years? Uncle Ben, what do you mean by human? What do you mean by that? Because I'm curious to your stance on the show. It was something I was thinking about because as I was saying before that I tend to had looked for older men because I think I was looking for my daddy. That's what I think I was looking for actually. But it didn't work in that aspect. Viva says 30 years is a lot. That's different generations. I feel they may not be able to relate on certain things. But see, that's the thing. I feel like in a lot of situations when people of those ages, and I'm speaking more for here. I'm not sure about Africa, but I'm speaking more on here in the US. I don't necessarily think that yes, they were born in different generations, but I don't necessarily feel like they cannot relate or make it work. because there I knew Uncle Ben was gonna come on this. I don't feel like they can't make it work because I just always think like there is, well, first of all, there's someone for everyone. And there's things that you just enjoy in that person that maybe you wouldn't get in someone your age. Hi, welcome, Uncle Ben. I knew you were gonna come on here.
Hey, Missy, what's up? How you doing?
I am well. Welcome to my birthday show. I'm glad you can
Happy
join me.
birthday, Missy.
Thank you, thank you.
I think you deserve one bottle of Dom Pedro.
I know, you know what? I would have had this wasn't pre-planned, and I would have had a bottle of something here with me and a birthday hat. But I didn't plan it ahead of time. This was a last minute thing. I was like, it's my birthday and I'll talk if I want to. What do I want to talk about? And I just wanted to talk about any and everything today. I didn't want no formality. So I'm just here enjoying, like I said, I'm just being um, showing my gratitude for actually making it to another chapter of my life, and I'm just excited to see what it will bring.
That's good. That's good. Happy birthday. In fact, I tell people celebrate every day like it's your birthday because you know the way it is now. You can never tell what's going to happen tomorrow. So live for today and let tomorrow worry about itself. So it's good that you are growing and you're still looking so beautiful. You're
Oh,
becoming a nicer woman, friendly. You now have better understanding of the world and the fact that you can actually deal with whatever the life throws at you. You know that comes with age, right? Or don't you
yeah.
know that? Yeah, it comes with age. As we grow older, we tend to face a lot of challenges. And if God has been really nice in our lives, somehow we figure how to make the best of every situation, no matter what we are dealing with. You know, me personally, sometimes when I talk to people who are very, very close to me, and if I share with them sometimes what I have to deal with and what I'm dealing with, the question they ask is, how do you smile? so so they will ask me, Ben, how do you smile? You're dealing with all of these and you still go on YouTube, you still make people laugh, you know. But it comes with age, and I think it comes with the grace of God. So I just wanted you to know that it's one fantastic thing that you can laugh no matter what. You know, I tell people sometimes if we have to worry about our problem all the time, the worry not gonna solve it. But if we remember we got God in our corner and we just relax, do our best, and let Him handle the rest, we're gonna come out stronger. So, Missy, happy birthday to you. All
Thank
right,
you.
happy
Thank you.
birthday, and it's great to be your friend once more. You know, my troublesome Missy friend. Yeah, I was talking to somebody recently, maybe this week, and your name came up. And I told the person that one time I went to Houston for a coverage and I need more people to help me on that coverage, that you actually volunteer to go all the way to Houston to help. So I was telling the person that it's one of the reasons why I kind of value you very, very much, because for me, when people sacrifice for me, I just feel like, oh wow, I got to be there for this person. So you do. I'm just saying you're doing great, Messi. Missy, you're really doing fantastic.
Thank you so
Happy
much.
birthday! And I can see that my brother is doing a great job. You are chopping my brother's money. You know the way we talk in Africa. Once a woman looks good, it means the woman is chopping the husband money. No excuse. There's no way you can describe it. That is it. You are chopping my brother's money.
We enjoy you.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
So now let's talk about this your age gap thing. What were you saying? You say you got trouble, you got issue with me?
So I was talking about, so you had a show today, and we got into the conversation about the age gap, and
Mhm.
I had actually put it in the comments that, for me, I I don't feel that the age gap is such a big deal for me. Um, I think that there is that once you have a connection with someone, you shouldn't even. To me, it's the same as considering if they're white, black, orange, Hispanic, whatever. That's not even something. If we connect on that level, age shouldn't even be you know, a concern. That's for me. I was saying earlier that even in high school, when I was um, probably a junior, senior in high school, the gentleman I was dating was actually already out of school. Now, yes, we know that that's not legal. I think he was. I don't remember the age gap. I don't know why I don't remember, but I just remember that he was already out of school. And now, as a minor, of course, you cannot consent. So I understand that. But once you are of legal age, I feel different about that. There's such thing as too much age gap. I also was making a joke in the comments. I said, "No, I'm not gonna go there." But yeah, so
Mhm.
so I felt like I was in the minority. I felt like most people were saying that there is an issue with such an age gap.
Yeah, yeah. There is a issue with the age gap. I'm trying to walk on the on the eggshell here. You see, basically, you remember the last time when I was here and we had a conversation about culture and tradition,
Yes,
as well as societal expectation. All
yes,
right, that's what happened. Now, just to paint a good picture for you, your baby girl, Rachel is the first one, right?
yes. Hmm.
Okay, how old is she now? 22, 21.
She's nine. Then she's 19.
She's 19. All
19.
right. Okay, good. I just want to make an example for you. Imagine Rachel is 19, 19 plus 30, that's going to be like 49. Just imagine a 49 years old man come to your house, ring the doorbell during summer break, and you came down from the upstairs, you open it, you see this man who's really looking even older than even your husband, and he's like, "Hi, are you Missy? My name is John. I'm Rachel's boyfriend. I just want to come out to take her on a date." Why are you laughing? No, 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 no. Let's not.
It does sound funny. Like when you're
Okay, it doesn't sound funny. It sounds crazy. It sounds inconceivable. As a mother, as a mom, you were thinking in your head right now, what? My sweet baby girl at 19, a man almost as old as like my elder brother. Wh-
that's
Okay,
myself, right?
now just think about the scenario. Tell me, what are you gonna say to the man if you open the door and you see him and he said he's Richard's?
Uh-oh, we lost you. We lost them. I know I'm in trouble with this one. So while we wait for him to come back, honestly, the initial reaction probably wouldn't be with open arms. I mean, not the initial reaction. I'm going to be realistic. But I wouldn't judge him. I would maybe take the time to get to know who he is. I would ask him questions and why are you interested in my 19-year-old? Um, the only thing I'm gonna say is I'm not just against it by any means. It cannot happen. Da da da. Da. I'm not 100% against it. I don't. It's not something I would favor or encourage and say, hey, you should date someone that's your mom's age. No, absolutely not. But the point I am trying to get to is at the end of the day, I've done both. I've dated older men. I've been married to a man. Actually, Rachel's dad is how much older than me? I think he's maybe almost 10 years older than me. I don't remember his exact age, but he's quite a bit older than me. Um, I don't see it as a huge issue. Um, like I said, the initial reaction won't be one that's welcoming. Are you coming back, Darren? But I wouldn't just say no because I've been married to an older man. I've been married to a man who was my age, so I've had the experience with both. I don't know what happened to Ben. I've had the experience with both, and so I'm not 100. I'm not against it like so many were in the chat today. Biba, are you married? And if you are, is your husband older? Is he about the same age? If you're married to an older man, drop it in the chat. Drop it in the chat. Or if you're a man married to an older woman, drop it in the chat. Speaking of, that's another question. So it's a no-no to marry a much older man, as far as the conversation went today. But what if it was the other way around? What if the woman is older than the man, say by 20 years? Is that too old? Would you consider that being too old? I would love to hear this response, especially from Uncle Ben. And I don't know if you cannot get back on. Let me drop this in the chat again. Sandra says that her husband is younger. Welcome back, Uncle Ben.
Hey, Missy, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Oh, sorry. I'm at work, so I wasn't paying attention to my phone. So my phone battery died.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I can't connect to StreamYard on my phone, so I usually connect through a computer. So that's what happened. But anyway, I don't know if you answer my question though. I saw in the comment, Bilba say I must send Don Pedro to you that you are very close to me.
Yes, I'll give you the address. Don't worry. But so my answer, so I did answer it, but I'll answer it again because I know that we lost you. So I was saying that my initial response, it probably won't be of a welcoming initial response because it will be something weird to me, especially with my daughter since she hasn't even brought no guy home. My daughter,
Hmm.
I'm happy that she hasn't had a boyfriend. I'm happy. She may not be happy about that, but I'm very happy about that. But but my initial response will be one. First of all, she hasn't even had a boyfriend, so bringing someone in and they're 40 something years old would be quite interesting, quite weird, like you said, at the initial stage. But I wouldn't shut it down and cut it off and say absolutely not. um, I would try to ask questions like, "Why are you interested in my 19-year-old daughter? You know,
Hmm.
what is your motive behind it?" I mean, at the end of the day, if it's truly that they found interest in each other, found love in each other, I mean, I wouldn't shut it down because the thing about life, like you said, as you get older with experience, you learn. And so, say she starts dating this 40 something year old man and she decides one, she loves him, they get married, live happily ever after. Or, she realizes for herself that that age gap doesn't work for her. At least her and herself, she will learn for herself that, hey, you know what, this doesn't work. But I would not just say no, I'm against it.
All right, Missy, the last time when we had this conversation, I said something about parenting in America. I don't know, maybe I said it here or maybe I said it on my platform.
Well, you
When
said
I
it.
said America is the worst place to raise kids, you remember?
I've
You
heard
are
it.
you're laughing already. I'm so sorry. I don't know how to pretend. So don't be offended if you don't like. I won't talk about it. I just kind of like to be honest, with my take. So when I said America is one of the terrible place to raise children, I'm speaking in terms of morality and in terms of providing guidance to children. Now, listen to maybe after this show, go back and play this show and listen to the answer you give. As my friend, I can tell you right now categorically that was a terrible answer. Yeah. I can
But
tell
then
you just right now that was a terrible answer. And the reason I feel like that is that you knew everything in you as a mom, as a grown woman who's been in this world for a while, you knew that wasn't right. You knew that your baby is still a sweet baby girl. She really haven't known what life looks like. And you knew at that moment that a 49 years old man telling a 19 years old, I love you. Oh, it's love is original. You knew something is freaking damn wrong. Missy, why are you laughing? Am I lying?
I
You
guess
knew something is wrong.
I guess because I've been married to both an older man and a younger man, and so
Okay, are you with the older man now? Let's
I
just be
mean,
frank,
that's
friend
Rachel's
to friend.
dad. That's
No, no,
Rachel's
no,
dad.
friend to friend. I'm going somewhere with this. You're not
Well,
with
that's
the older
Rachel's dad.
man right
So
now.
I'm not with him anymore. I'm
Okay,
with the
cool.
younger man now.
Cool. What happened at that point when you were dating the older man? You think, oh, he will understand me. He loves me. I like him. What it wasn't that the feeling you had? That was the
Hmm.
feeling you had, right? But as time goes on, you discover that no, something is wrong here. It's like we are not on the same page. The reason is the age gap. The age gap alone is already a problem, Missy. You see what I'm saying? The age gap is a problem. I'll give you a typical example right now. I don't know how long you'll be watching if you stay very long on our show, but you will know my baby girl, Simbi, Abby, and the rest of the other younger girls on my channel, especially Abby and Simbi. They are usually like my co-host a lot, and we disagree a lot. You know why we disagree? Because we are from different generation. So how I see some things, the kind of expectation I have for certain conversation is not what I'm getting from them. To them, they want me to understand that things are done this way, and I find it difficult I can't even meet them halfway because of that generational gap. So that's the point I'm making, Missy. Now, 49 years old man show up at your doorstep saying, oh, I'm here for your 19 years old daughter. And you say, okay, even after the first day, I won't receive, but later I will ask my daughter, do you love me? That is the problem we have in modern day parenting. Because why? Now you're looking at it like, okay, my daughter is 19, she's an adult. Okay, my daughter truly love her. I don't want to hurt my daughter. I'm just going to allow my daughter to figure it out on her own. With time, she's going to decide whether this is good for her or not. Is that not like what you were considering, Missy?
Well, and let me tell you why. Because the thing
Okay.
about here in America, I don't know about other countries, but the more that you fight your kids here, the more that they go to do what they want to do. So it's almost kind of like a reverse psychology. If you tell them, if you act like you're okay with it, then they may not even, they may lose interest in it themselves. But it's something about the kids here, they want to fight you. And so that's one thing that I've noticed. So if
Okay, that is like
say
uh
say if I fight and I'm fighting, no, you can't do it, you can't do it. All she's gonna do is go do it behind my back. So so what
so what you're saying, you would rather allow her to go ahead and have something to do with this 49 years old, and maybe she got pregnant and then she discover, no, this man ain't treating me right. I'm pulling out of this relationship. Now that she's pulling out of the relationship, she already had a baby. Would you rather prefer that?
but
Do you want that?
if I tell her I don't agree with it and she does it behind my back anyway and still gets pregnant, well,
Missy, Missy,
I can't stop it,
she,
right?
no, she won't do it behind your back. That is fear parenting. Some people call it gentle parenting. Me, I call it fear parenting. Parenting with fear. That's what I called it. Because now, you as an adult, you knew this is wrong, but you are afraid if I should tell her this is wrong, don't do it, she might hate me. Oh, she might not like me, and she's still gonna go ahead and do it anyway. So let me just encourage her. Let me guide her. I
No,
can
I
just
wouldn't
teach her.
encourage her. I wouldn't
What?
encourage the relationship.
Missy,
I wouldn't
as a
encourage.
parent, well, as a parent, remember I'm an African, so we are kind of different, all right? But I'm speaking from an African parenting perspective right now. The moment you knew this is wrong, and you don't stand on your feet and say, hell no. 49 years old man, if I see your ass right here next time, you're going to jail. See, the moment you don't do that, you are already encouraging your daughter to go ahead with it. So that's the way it is. You know, we African, there is something called tough love. That's how we were raised. And that's how many of us are raising our children here. You see what I'm saying? Look around you. You're gonna see a lot of. Thank God you've always been in a Nigeria community forever. Don't you notice that most African children is like they are set straight somehow, and still they still don't mess around. They still love their parent. You know, right?
Yes.
It's called tough love because you know what? A 19 years old haven't seen nothing yet in this world. She's just leaving the house. And guess what the world is telling a 19 years old? The world is telling the 19 years old, you got this. You are grown. You can do it. You're an adult. You're doing great. That's what the world is telling them. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
So that is it. It is wrong. For me, I have a girl who's gonna be 18 years very soon. Imagine, I think I made this example when we were treating this Regina and Ned situation on my show. And I made an example like, as I am right now, my almost 18 years old daughter just came out of a car. And I look, who dropped her off? It's a man same age as mine, or let's even say a 50 years old man. In fact, 50 years is too much. A 40 years old man brought my 18 years old to my house. Oh, Missy, somebody's going to jail. I'm telling you right now. I swear to God Almighty. Oh, somebody gonna go to jail.
I,
You
I,
know why?
I'm hearing you.
Yeah,
I'm
because
hearing.
that is so wrong. A 40 years old should have nothing to do with an 18, 19, 20, even 22 years old. A 40 years old? No, 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 no. You shouldn't have anything to do with them because you are old enough to be their parent. You are already from a different generation. When a 40 years old step into the life of an 18, 19, 20, 22 years old, that 40 years old is about to rob them of their livelihood. I mean, it's about to rob them of their early adulthood. You know what people do? Remember when you were like 20 to 22, 23, 24. You know how you play, how you're with your age grade, you people running around, going to party, clubbing, doing everything.
But
You know how fun that would be?
I was one who was hang. See, I was. I'm gonna tell off for myself. See, I was the one who was sneaking in the older people club, the clubs that I wasn't old
Oh my God.
at. So I was the one looking. Like that's why I said in my own situation, I was one who was looking for an
You
older man.
see?
So
Now, I think I understand why you're looking for an older man, but that is not a good excuse. If I ask you right now, Missy, if you can turn back the hands of time, will you still be chasing older men? Would you still want an older man?
I, I would say it's not that I would not want an older man. See, my situation, the marriage wasn't right because I, you know, I don't want. I'm trying to put
Don't
perspective
worry.
because I am
Just
talking
talk
about
about
like
it generally. You don't have to like.
okay. So the problem was in that situation was me. Like you
Mhm.
said, I was, but see, I was actually, the first time I got married, I was 28 though. But I'm not married today to that person because at 28, I actually still feel like I didn't know who I was,
Yeah.
uh, and um, I married a person because I felt like that was my only opportunity to get married. So if I didn't get married at that time, I wasn't going to get married. So I didn't see myself as I see myself today. So it's kind of
Mhm.
I was all the way I was dang near 30 years old. So it's a little bit different, but I can't say today that I wouldn't marry a man who was 10 or 15 years older than me. I can't say that. But before we get too far, Biba, happy anniversary. Congratulations to you. Today is her anniversary. And welcome.
I can see the chat. Is it wedding anniversary or what?
Yes,
What?
15-year anniversary today. Oh wait. Yeah, today. 15 years anniversary.
Oh, congratulations, Bilba. 15 years wedding anniversary.
Yes.
I told you, Bilba is playing trick on me. Bilba has this baby face that you're gonna think she's just a little girl. Are you kidding me, Bilba? I've been married 15 years also. You see, Bilba is as old as myself then.
Congratulations. But yeah,
Congratulations,
I just
Bilba. That's not easy.
and then welcome to the real fam who come in, Sister Natu,
Oh,
and
Sister
Grace
Natu is here?
Sister Natu is here, and Grace is
Oh,
here.
cool.
Welcome, and thank you for the birthday wishes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Um,
Nice.
but yeah, so I think for sure one thing is a difference in the culture. And then for me, like I said, even for me, when I was younger, dating older, I do definitely feel like I was looking for that father figure. So the older men, I was naturally attracted to the older men, probably thinking, yeah, it was love and but it was really just that lack, that missing part of my life that I was seeking, which was that older, because my parents was actually older when they had me. See, my mom was 45 when she birthed me. So
Okay.
my parents were much older than me. So maybe that experience is what led me to feel, more led to date or seek out older men for most of my life. I'm married to a younger man now. My husband is actually younger than me, so it's definitely a different experience.
Oh, Missy, you're funny.
I mean, I'm being truthful. That that's
I know, Missy. No.
um.
You
So
see, the reason I don't really want to stress you, it's your show, it's your birthday show. It's just that when I heard you say no, 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 you really don't care about age gap, I just feel like no, 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 we got to correct this thing. Um, Honestly speaking, if the age gap is like 10 years difference, well, I'm assuming okay, maybe. But once that age gap is moving into 15, 20, 25, 30, what are you doing with that man? That's going to be my question. You know, now, don't get me wrong. If a 40 years old woman want to get married to a 65, 70 years old man, I got no issue with that. 100% I have no issue. Do you know why I don't have issue with that? Because a 40 years old woman have seen life. You know, she has seen life. She has enjoyed her youthful age. She have probably have a career, everything the lockdown. And now, if she decided that, okay, of all the men in this world, this 70 years old man actually made me happy, and I think I'm cool with him. That's fine. I don't have no issue with that. But when a 50 years old man, 60 years old man come for a girl 18, 19, 20, oh, I everything is wrong with that. Let's be honest. Everything is wrong with that. Because now you are going to rob that girl of all the fun in this world. What does 19 years, 20 years old, how many places have they been to? How many lives have they really enjoyed? You know, sometimes messing up is part of growing up, right? You know that, right? That when people actually messed up, the experience is part of their life lessons that guide them when they are making future decisions. So people are supposed to go out, especially girls, date boys, have all your fun, butterfly in your stomach, do things, get your heart broken maybe once or two or three times, before you hit age 25. It's all part of it because those are the things that shape you, that help you to differentiate between who who can I choose as my husband that I'm going to spend the rest of my life with. You see what I'm saying? So all these experiences are very, very important. And like I always shared on my channel, I am not a great guy. Forget, I'm far from it. All right. But I've had my heart broken. I've had my share of disappointments growing up. For instance, I choose to calm down, not run around with women, don't drink alcohol anyhow, don't live rough life. I choose not to do all that because growing up, I've seen what happened to people who live recklessly. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I feel like if you don't allow children to be children, young adults to be young adults, and you just rub them off because you think, oh, I'm this man, I got this money. Oh, I see this girl, she's so fresh. Let me go snatch her. No, I'm against it. I'm against it. That is the man we were talking about that you say you don't understand on my show. Ned and Regina, I saw you came in that show and you were like, I really don't know what's going on here. That man was actually 61 years old when he married a 19 years old. And people are even saying that the girl wasn't 19, that she's probably younger, but they just used that 19 years old to cover up because the man is a politician and stuff like that. So you see what I'm saying? Now they are having issue. Just 5 years into the marriage, the guy is already doing drugs. She's already taking substances and all of that. Why? Because the man is getting older, and this is a man who is practicing polygamy. He got like four other wives. You see what I'm saying? So when I hear a woman say, well, the age gap really doesn't matter, I look at the age. If you are within the age of maybe 40 years old and you are saying marrying somebody 20, 30 years older is not a big deal to you, oh, welcome, sis. You're welcome. Nobody should have problem with that. But when you see a very, very young girl, 20, 21, and a 50 years old man comes around pretending he's what? No. Mm-mm. I ain't buying it, mama. Ain't gonna
Well,
work.
you know, um, I had something to say and I lost it. Um, like I said, it's not something that I would prefer for my children. But when I look at myself growing up, if I think of myself, I don't think it was that my mom was afraid or whatever. My mom, the thing is, I came from a strict home. My mom didn't allow me to even spend the night at relatives' house. So she was so strict on me. Everything she told me not to do was the exact thing I wanted to do. So that's probably why I ended up with older men because as my mom was telling me I can't do this, no, 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 no to everything, as soon as I had an opportunity, I was saying yes to everything she was saying no to. It was like I was doing the opposite of everything. So that's how I
Okay.
guess because of that experience, that's how I see life. For me, I want to leave the door open and say, hey, you know what? This is your life. I can give my advice like, hey, you know what? Maybe this may not work for you. You're in two different generations. You won't have a lot in common. I could talk to someone in the face, but as you know, here in
Well,
America, American children, they do the opposite. I'm telling you, I did it. I know what I did. As soon as I went to college, I was in all kinds of wahala that you can find. Let me tell you, all kinds of wahala. I did any and everything that I could not do when I was living in my mother's house.
mhm.
Everything that she as soon as I turned 18, I got my first tattoo because my mom said, "Don't get a tattoo. You're gonna." The Bible says, "Don't." Your body is the temple. Don't, everything she told me not to do, I was ready to do it, and that's why I think that I have taken on this role where I'm like, you know what,
Okay.
will give my I will give my opinion of what I think or how I feel, but at the end of the
Mm.
day, I will leave it up to my child to make the decision because I just feel like telling them what not to do, they're going to turn around and do it. And like you said, we are in America. We are in a different place where the kids here, like, growing up, I got whoopings. My mama whooped me. And anything,
Mm.
whatever she could find near her, she was you did something, you talk back, she gonna throw the shoe, the hanger, the remote control, whatever she had in her hand, you was gonna get popped with it. And it was so funny because it seemed like even if you turned around the corner, whatever she threw, it's like a boomerang and it went around the corner and it hit you. That's what I
Yeah.
was dealing with. But now today, here, you have kids that you better not spank me. I'm called 911. And
Mhm.
I'm thinking like my middle my middle child when we were at a restaurant. Matter of fact, we were celebrating my birthday. We were at a restaurant celebrating my birthday. And as we were leaving, my child was running, she was about to run in the street. And so I grabbed her quickly, like aggressively to keep her from running out into the street. And she was like,
Mm.
Mom, don't do that. You're breaking my arm. So here I am looking around because everybody's now looking at me. And I'm thinking, somebody's going to call the police.
Oh
Like,
my
I
God.
get in the car and I'm driving and I'm looking in the rearview mirror because I'm just thinking to myself, the police are on their way to
Up
come
the
get me.
other way. Yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah.
it's a different place here. Kids so called have their, these kid rights where
Mm.
you could actually even just go to jail for spanking your child now, which I'm like, a spanking didn't hurt me growing up. I didn't get a lot of them because I was that sneaky child. I ain't gonna even lie. I was the sneaky child. So I don't want my kids to be the sneaky children. I want them to be free to share with me these things. So if you're interested in an older man, I don't want you to hide it from me. I want you to bring it to me.
No,
So
no, she's not gonna hide it. You see, I think I love what you're doing, Missy. Now that we're having this conversation, I think we're supposed to also have like a segment over at Real Farm that we're gonna be talking about parenting. Okay. What I noticed from how you explain what you were dealing with, I noticed fear. Like I said, Americans and Western world, they call it what they call itself, gentle parenting. That's what they call it. They call it gentle parenting, but I called it fear parenting. Parenting out of fear. I don't blame any parent. This is America. A lot of children call police on their mom. They don't even know what they are doing until they call police on their mom. Maybe their mom or their dad get arrested for domestic violence. Now, as a result of that, daddy can walk somewhere. Now they have to leave the home. That's when they begin to regret, like, what have I done exactly? What about like I said, the children we're having nowadays, we call them nepo babies. Shout out to my lovely sister, D. D and Abby. They were the one who were using this term in our real fam. The children we have nowadays, they are nepo baby, and we simply interpret that to mean never known poverty babies. Okay, they call it nepotism baby, but we just interpret it as on Nigerian street as never known poverty baby. Meaning these children we're having right now, they were not raised like us. We provide everything for them already from when they were born. So they are filled with a sense of entitlement. They don't know that some things are not possible. They don't know that they are supposed to think twice about something. I'll give you an example. My daughter have a game today, and she texts me, "Dad, my game. I'm not gonna have anything to eat before my game, but I want to buy Wingstop. You know that food, Wingstop. Is that what you
Mm-hmm.
call it?
We stop.
Wing
Yeah.
some. Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm not into American food like that. So he texted me and said that I check Wingstop is like 53 minutes away. It's gonna take 53 minutes before they deliver it. Everything comes down to $17. You feel
Mm-hmm.
me? $17. So I text her back and I'm like, baby girl, don't you think you are overreaching? You wanna eat lunch, $17 lunch. Do you know $17 is you gotta be occupying certain position to make $17 an hour in some jobs. And that's just what you wanna eat for lunch. Now, don't get me wrong. I spoil them, I know. I used to send money. They know anytime they ask, I just send money. But like my elders right now, since my elders started doing business and she's beginning to work, she's beginning to realize that money don't come easy. So she's beginning to kind of watch how she spent money. But my middle daughter, she doesn't realize it yet. So, but today I give her a pushback. I'm like, I'm not gonna encourage you to order $17, $20 lunch. That is too much for a middle school student. If you're gonna eat lunch, your lunch shouldn't be more than $8, $10 at best. 17 $20, that is too much. Because what now happen is it's gonna become a practice. You want to be eating this twice a week. That is like $35 a week. In a month, we are looking at you just by eating at school alone, we are looking at $35 times four. You see what I'm saying? That's like $140. Now, if I want to do gentle parenting, I'll be like, oh, $17. Okay, I will send the money to you, but we it's too much. Can you reduce it? No. I text my daughter, I got the chat. I can send it to you. I text her, baby girl, this is the last time I'm gonna send $17 to you just to eat lunch. After today, anything over $10, don't even bother to ask me. I ain't giving it to you. Now, if I want, that is me being showing tough love. I've done it several times in the past. She already knew daddy don't care, daddy will send the money. But because I want to correct her now, because she's going to be 13 by December. So I now told her, this is the last time you're having this. You see the difference? She can't come back home and say, oh, my daddy didn't give me $30. No, I'm going to be like, you better shut the hell up. We ain't doing that crap. You haven't worked a dime in your life before. So you need to understand. You see what I'm saying? So
Right.
now, when you, I don't blame you. A lot of American parents, they are all scared. Even me, I'm scared. Since I've been in America, I don't put my hands on my kids. I can't because I'm always afraid. What if I try, they snap, they call the police on me? That will ruin everything, you
It's a
know?
real thing. It's a real thing.
Yeah. So what do I do? I
And
started.
it might not even be the idea of your child. It might be
Hmm,
something that they've gotten from another child because the influence of
yeah,
kids here is so much. It's just
yeah.
too much.
So what I do, I started practicing consequentialism. That's why you heard me said I'm a consequentialist all the time. I'll tell you, if you go this route, this is what's gonna happen. If this happen, if you don't heed my advice, you go ahead, it happens. This is what I'm gonna do when it happens. You see what I'm saying now?
Hmm.
This is what I'm gonna do. Don't expect you're gonna ignore what I'm telling you right now. And then when you do it your way, it backfires, then you want to run back to me. Oh, daddy, I'm sorry. It happened. No, I'm not gonna embrace you. In fact, I can kick you out. Yeah. You know why? I'm an African parent because I already told you don't do this. If you do this, see what and what might happen. So if you go ahead and do it, when you come back and I embrace you, that is me encouraging you to continue to disobey me, to continue to have it your way. You see what I'm saying? So I do consequentialism. Everything has consequences.
Yes.
You feel me?
Hmm.
My son, I think last week when they were on this short 1 week break, I don't know if you guys have it over there or at your place. They have this 1 week break. So my son was just playing game every time, game. Sometimes this dude will pretend he's sleeping. Once we go to bed, dude will come back and start playing game again.
Yep.
So
Wow.
by I think by Friday, no, Saturday last week, I went to do a coverage and I came back home around 3 a.m. The moment I opened door and come in, I had my son running upstairs. I knew this guy was not sleeping. So I waited till the morning, till Sunday morning, and I now told him, hey, dude, come here. What I tell you about your bedtime. Last night when I came in around 3, I can still hear you running around upstairs. Here is what's going to happen. If by Monday I came back from work and I found you, or I can see any traces that you're still playing game, I will take your computer, I will take your PS5, I will take everything that you can use to have access to game, and for a whole week you won't get to see them. Dude tried me on Monday. He did. He thought I was sleeping. I wasn't sleeping. I was walking downstairs. When I go upstairs, I had him running. Kuru, kuru, kuru. That's what I did. That very night, I bundled the computer, bundled the PS5, collected his phone, every goddamn thing. I took it to my own closet. I locked them up. And he's not getting it until Saturday morning. It's been almost a week now. You get what I'm saying here, Missy? So now he already knew. He didn't even come and beg me. He's my son. He's just 10. Before he would have come and say, Daddy, please, I won't do that again. But now he knew Daddy is serious. He did not come to me and beg. He did not go to his mom and say, Mommy, can you talk to Daddy? He used to do that before. But now he knew me and the mom were on the same page. So that is how you correct them for them to behave. Now, if I say, oh, he might go to school and say, Daddy is abusing me. He took my game. No, then he's going to be winning. You see the point?
Hmm.
So that's it, Missy. I just don't want us to believe that we should allow our daughters, our son, to get away with the lifestyle they want to live. We, the parent, we will be the one to lose at the end of the day. Okay? I've seen so many things here in America. One of the things I do tell my daughter all the time is that, hey, listen, as soon as you know men, as soon as you start messing with men, you might get pregnant. Because you see all those ladies that got pregnant, it's not magic. You lay with men, chances are you may get pregnant if you don't do the right thing. But listen, in this same America, I've noticed, I've observed that many girls, they have their first child between the age of 17 to 22. That's when many of them have their first child. Now, there are people who escape that age bracket, but if you look at how it's happening, mostly age 17 to 22, a lot of them have babies. Why? Because they want to eat the forbidden fruits and they don't want to listen to their parent. So once they have the babies, the problem now is some of them have the baby, their mama kicked them out. Some have the baby, the parent assist them. But it now depends on how do you guide them from that moment when they made that mistake. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So when they make this mistake of, oh, they have a baby, my advice has always been, as a parent, when they made that mistake, they are pregnant, you accept them. You take care of them, take care of the baby if you have the means. All right. But here is the thing. You're gonna have to change how you parent them from the moment they got pregnant. You're not gonna do pity parenting now. You wanna do tough parenting with them because they already made mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
If you do pity parenting is because once they are pregnant and they now see that they are pregnant to a very stupid boy or anything, sometimes they may be crying, they will stay at home crying. And you get to say, "Oh, my baby is crying. Come on, baby." No. Sometimes you see them crying, you come home, you see them crying, you tell them, "Hey, I see you crying. All right, it happened, but you got to get yourself together, okay? Don't worry, this is not the end of your life. You still have your life ahead of you. All right, you're still gonna become a doctor. You're still gonna become whatever you want to become. But right now, I don't want to see you sitting right there crying. Get your butt off. Your crying piss me off."
Right. I get it. I do.
You
Uh,
see?
I, you know, my daughter Rachel, she'll tell you, I I was such a, well, I guess she was my first child, so I didn't know. I told my kids, even if you kiss, the first time you kiss, you're gonna get pregnant. That's what I used to tell them. Ask Rachel. Ask Rachel. She'll tell you. I said, if you kiss till today, you see Rachel doesn't have a boyfriend. She's never had a boyfriend. Like first time you
Oh,
kiss, you're gonna get
poor girl.
pregnant. So she didn't try me. You know how you have one child that'll try you, and the other child, one child won't try you, and the other child will try you. I feel like
Mm.
that's what I have in my life. But Rachel, today she's a second year college student. She doesn't have a boyfriend, so she.
Oh, that's good. That's good. That's good.
But yeah,
And she
I
gonna she gonna reap the benefit of that. That's really really good.
yes, that is my prayer. But at the same time too, with Rachel, as you know, I really do kind of let her make decisions on her own. I'm gonna give you an example. I wanted her to live on campus again. She wanted to live in an apartment, so she's living in an apartment.
Mm.
She's living life. She has to pay her own rent, her own insurance,
Oh my God.
stuff. So she's learning, like, oh, this is what my mom was trying to tell me, but I.
Mhm.
She's experiencing life now, and so
So she's living in her own apartment now.
yes. Hmm.
Oh my God. Now she's beginning to see that. Oh wow, adulthood is a scam. We say that a lot in Nigeria. In Nigeria, we say adulthood is a scam because when you are younger, they're gonna tell you story that make you want to become an adult so fast.
Yeah,
And then by the time you become an adult, you start paying your bills, and every day you want to become a baby once more. Like,
exactly.
like, can I move back home, please?
That you're exactly right. She gets to see adult. I said adulting isn't easy, huh? And she's like, I'm like,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's not easy.
let's see.
Hmm.
But yeah, so I just think that like you said, because of culture and things here, it's a lot different. I do like the way that you gave the consequences in a little bit of a different way than I would, but there's I think really in parenting a child, I really do think it depends on the child because I have three kids and every one of them
Mhm.
respond differently. All three of them are different. I can't use the same way I raised Rachel as Ethan
Mhm.
as Raina because they all respond differently and they all will
Yeah.
declare something different too. Like one child loves to be hugged on, one child don't like to be hugged on, don't even like to be, like they're just so different. So I
Hmm.
think that it's important not to just across the board say this is how you would deal with a situation, but I think it really depends on that child.
Yeah, it depends on the child. But again, even though we have to deal with the kids based on their own unique individual characters, we as parents, we still need to have our expectations. That's what most African parents do, okay? All African parents, they usually have like what one seems like a unified kind of expectation. And that expectation is simple. We give back to you. We want you to grow to go to school, face your study. Now go to the university, become a doctor, a lawyer, an engineer, or something. Or something when you graduate from school, marry a good wife or a good husband almost immediately, then give us grandbabies.
Yes.
So that's almost like the general expectation, right? Then another thing, like in Africa, I explained to you the other time when I was talking about culture and tradition, that is like we almost known is the same thing. I give you an example now. You've been to so many Igbo people party, right?
Yes, of course.
So, okay, let me not even limit it to Igbo people. You've been to a lot of Nigerians party, right? One thing for sure you would have observed in Nigerian party, whenever we are having a party, we wear our own attire, like Nigerian made attire or something, local fabrics, right?
Mhm.
We don't go to the party in blazers, suits, and all of that. Dressed like American, we don't do it. So that, for instance, is part of our culture. I also explained to you the last time, like we have greetings, salutations is part of our culture. So it's an expectation. For instance, here in America, I'll give you an example. Any of the uncles and aunties that I have right here in America right now, it doesn't matter, maybe it's Dallas, maybe it's Houston, maybe it's Austin. If any of their children want to talk to me, they automatically call me uncle. You see what I'm saying? They
Mhm.
just call you, it's uncle straight up. They call you uncle. Now, if they want to do it the American way, they can call you by your name or they say sir. The one that are respectful will say sir. The other ones will just call you by your name and it's acceptable. But as part of African culture, greeting is part of our expectation. We already know that if you go to an African home as a man, you are expecting the children there to greet you as an uncle. Welcome, uncle. You
Right.
know?
Hmm.
So it's the same thing with raising children. We already have like how we want them to behave, societal values we want them to adhere to. You see, like um,
Can I say something though, Ben?
go
So
ahead.
me being raised around, Nigerians since I was, 5 years old, since I was 5 years old,
Mhm.
I understand that. And because I was raised in that environment, that was the exact same way I was thinking that I would raise my own children. And that's the way it started. It started out there. But I even recently had a conversation with my daughter, and I said, when you walk into a room, you speak to the adults in the room. You speak first. You don't wait for an adult to say hello to you. You say hello.
Yeah, yeah.
My child challenged me with that. She was like, "Well, if I don't know them, why do I have to speak?" It was just the challenge. Um, I know comes from especially me, having raised them mostly as a single parent, when they're
Hmm.
bounced back and forth between parents that don't have the same values
Values,
and,
yeah.
upbringings. um, you know if one parent is not holding that child to that standard and one is, it can be lost in going back and forth
Exactly.
because when the kids are with me from Monday, during the week, they have this certain set of things that they abide by, rules and values, and then when they go to dad's house, it's a totally different ball game. So having that conversation with my child the other day, I really realized, I'm like, you know, here it's just not the same. Too much. Um, there's too much outside influences also, in
Yeah,
even social media
yeah.
itself. But it's very difficult. It's very difficult here to.
Yeah, it's because here, you guys don't have universal practices when it comes to culture and
Because
tradition.
there's so many different cultures here.
Yes, yes.
That's why
You
there's
don't
not.
have you don't have that one practices that is common across board. You don't have it. Or you feel me? Look, even us Nigerians, we still have different values and practices, but there are some that is generally practiced across the country. That's
even
why,
across,
for
even,
instance,
even across Africa, because even
mhm,
how we did our traditional marriage is much. Even though I did the Cameroonian traditional marriage, it was so
mhm,
similar to the Nigerian. So even
exactly,
a lot of African culture is very similar for many countries in Africa.
yeah. For instance, now, if I go to an Igbo man house here in America that have children, teenage children, I'm expecting the children to greet me respectfully as an African uncle. If I go to a Yoruba house, I'm expecting the same. If
Right.
I go to Edo, any other tribe, I'm expecting the children to behave the same way. Now, there is a way we knew when African parents dropped the ball here. So if you go to an African parent home as an African person and the children come and the children just say, hi, you already knew something is up, something is wrong in that household. You see what I'm saying now? The child, any children just come and just say, hi. They just, no, 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 no. Because Africans will not greet you, hi.
Right. Right.
If they can say, hello, uncle, hello, auntie, they just going to add either that title as a show of respect.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So,
I was
but,
actually at my brother-in-law's house the other day, and I brought in a Nigerian woman with me, and she greeted him, but it was to my back, so I didn't really see what happened. And he automatically said, "Oh, you're Yoruba," and I said, "How
Mhm.
did you know that?" Oh, how she greeted me. I was like, "Oh, okay." See,
Yeah.
cultural things that y'all are, even just her being, well into her being 40, she still follows that respect and that culture that she
Mhm.
learned, you know, from childhood. And that's why I fell in love with the African culture in general. And that's why, like you say, I hang with you guys.
Mhm.
I do shakara with you guys.
Mhm.
So, but yeah, I love that. But it's just unfortunate here that there's like I was saying, there's just too many different influences here to
Yeah,
be
too many different influences. Yeah,
so,
you're right. You're right.
yes.
And
But at the end of the day, I'm gonna say this again. It wouldn't be a preference for me for my child to marry an older person. I just would not fight my child because I just feel that fighting my child will push them more toward that thing that I don't want them to do. So
No, no,
that's
please
just
don't
how
do.
I feel here.
Yeah, yeah, don't. Your kids are grown now. I think you just have your boy. You still have to work on. Please, don't do fear parenting. Fear parenting don't turn out good for children. Um, you've known me for a while now in this Austin, right?
Hmm.
Have you ever heard that I got into trouble? Oh, you know that boy Ben? Yeah, he's in the police custody. We're gonna do this. No,
No.
all right. You never have you ever heard that maybe I get engaged in some fighting with anybody, fist fighting, and at the same time, you never heard that, oh, you know that boy Ben, he scammed me. Nigerians are scammers, he scammed me. You didn't hear all of that, right? So, what I wanted to point out is there is this uniqueness of African parenting that has a way of influencing a man or woman's life for the longest. And it's because Africans don't do fair parenting. They're gonna confront you, they will be loud, they will say to your face, hey, the way you're moving, this and that can happen. You better watch your way, you know?
Hmm.
And they're gonna insist on doing it every time that you automatically know that this is wrong. Now, why we called African parenting style tough love is because if you do what your parent asks you to do as Africans and you get in trouble, oh, your mama, your dad are gonna be there. They will be there. They're not gonna let you go. They will reach out to anybody they can reach out to, seek all kind of help they can get so you get out of trouble. So, but in America, this fear parenting that they call gentle parenting, it's ruined everything. You can imagine nowadays, your child go to school, oh, this one touch that one, teacher is already calling you. Kurum, kurum, kurum. And your son or your daughter, you know, they won't listen in class. Can you talk to her? Can you talk to him? That shit piss me off all the time. You see what I'm saying?
Well, I used to see. I grew up. See, when I was growing up here, we had corporal punishment. So we used to get hit with rulers, on our hands or whatever. So it's a very different time now.
Yeah,
The
it's
people
crazy now.
call you, yes.
And everything is coming out of this fear parenting thing, this gentle parenting thing. Oh, how dare you? Maybe a boy is moving mad and the teacher tried to correct them. The next thing you heard the parents say stuff like, how dare you talk to my son like that? He's my son. Nobody has the right to talk to my son. Hello, auntie. Your son will end up in jail. Yeah.
But see, I have a whole nother theory for it too, because just with the exact thing you said about the son ending up
Hmm.
in jail, and a lot of times in this country, especially in this current climate, I'm trying to choose my words properly. In this current
Yeah.
climate, I think a lot of times that is the point. They want a lot of our um, black and brown children
Hmm.
uh, in jail, and not able, because I'm not going to go all political, but I'm going to say it like this, because if you think about it, if you are,
Hmm.
you can't even vote. You don't have. It's almost like you no longer have a voice here, so you can't
Hmm.
implement change. You can't. You can't. Um, what's the word I'm trying to say? You can't be a part of the change, that you might want to see, because all it takes is one situation to happen.
And that's it.
You have a felony, and
Yeah.
you can't vote. You can't be a, like I said, basically be a part of the change. But
Yeah.
that conversation right there is one I really want to get into, because just I mean, just as you were talking about parents need to prepare their kids for what is coming in America, because America is not even the same America that it was just
Yeah.
5 years ago, or 10 years ago, or so I do think that it's all part of a plan
Hmm.
to silence the voices of Black and Brown Americans, and I'm going to leave it at that. And
No, I understand.
I'm gonna have a conversation one day about that, but I'm just trying to see the angle that I'm going to come at it. But I know where I
No,
stand.
that's a beautiful angle to come in. You see, at the same time, I've seen people try to shine away from this particular topic for a long time. Now, I have something I develop and I call it the African way.
Hmm.
The African way. So anytime if we confronted a situation and it seems that there is no way around it, we usually go about it the African way. So I think if you're going to have this conversation about maybe how some things are put in place in order to make sure people cannot have a voice or something, we also need to talk about alternatives. You see what I'm saying? I'll give you an example. I worked with a colleague one time, and this colleague, uh, she come to work all the way from Mississippi, very far away.
Hmm.
That's where she come from to come and work here in Texas. And we were having a conversation, and she was describing how things were difficult for a lot of people over there at Mississippi. And then I said something. I say, by the way, do you guys move? Do you guys even embrace this idea of changing environment and location? And she said, no, people don't want to move. People feel like when they move, you know, things gonna be hard. That's why they stay. And it's just like what you say right now. You see, the African way, if you live in a place and the place is difficult for you, you
Hmm.
move. That's the African way. That's the reason you see a lot of African travels a lot. When you like, I'm here in Texas right now, things are fine. I'm enjoying it. Now, let's say something happened and Texas economy become worse, and maybe house prices started dropping. It dropped all the way beyond reasonable point. No job, maybe jobs paying 50, $40 an hour. They started paying like 17, $18 an hour. Missy, we're gonna do the African way. Guess what we're gonna do? We move.
Hmm.
You feel me? So
Absolutely.
I I just brought that in so that whenever you want to discuss this issue of how the system is designed for one thing or the other, always look at the alternatives. I noticed that here in America, it's almost as if people don't believe in changes. People just expect that things gonna remain the same way. You see how we have new boss right now in the country and everything changes and people are literally losing their minds. It's because they never thought things gonna change. They thought things gonna remain the same thing. So it's the same thing with parenting. You feel me?
Hmm.
It's the same thing with parenting. Now, if we have to take that stand of, oh, nobody should talk to my son, nobody should talk to my daughter, guess what? It's not about the people talking to them, it's about them.
Hmm.
It's about the message we are sending across to them. You feel me?
Hmm.
So one time my son was having issue and the teacher called me. It's just boys, so this push me, you push me, I push you. And then the teacher called me. Immediately the teacher called me. The teacher is like, Mr. Jude, what we gonna do? We're gonna have both of them sitting with another teacher tomorrow. They're not gonna be in class. We just wanna know, is that okay by you? Guess what I told her? I'm like, ma'am, I'm surprised you are calling me. You don't have to call me. If my son break the rule, let him have the punishment. She was like, oh, I can literally hear her making that sound. So
Let me
I
tell
told
you.
her,
Let
you
me
feel
tell
me?
you. Yes, my kids, they will tell you that I used to come and sit in the back of the classroom to just and they and when I went to my son's class one time, he sat like a stick. The whole time I was there, he was like this. So I'm like, so then why aren't you like that when I'm not here? That when that teacher now becomes the authority in your life until you come back
That's it.
to me. So yeah,
That's it.
I get it. So
That's it.
I'm
You,
gonna
you,
walk
you
away.
see, you see, you see how we talk, and you proudly say, "Oh, my daughter, she's doing fine now. My daughter don't have a boyfriend." I can see it in your eyes, like you talk like a proud mom. You see what I'm saying? You were so proud that, oh wow, my daughter really did it. She did not mess up. I listened to her the other time where she called. That's a decent baby right there. You feel me? At 19. But if you had not been who you are, to make sure you put your feet on the gas when it matters, you wouldn't have the result you're having right now. You see what I'm saying? So,
Mhm.
although I still believe all types of parenting works, though, but here sometimes you don't have to be the soft parent, you don't have to be the fearful parent, you just have to be the parent with the tough love. All
Well,
right,
let me work on
Missy.
that for these last couple of years if I get my last two out of the house. But yeah, I agree. All right, I do
Yeah,
agree.
you did a great job. You're looking good. My brother is doing a fantastic job. Tell my brother he's doing a good job. And don't finish his money, okay? All the sisters, all the sisters I have in the real fam. I like the way you guys are smiling. You're looking beautiful. But take it easy on my brothers, please. We work hard for this money.
And he does. He really does work hard for his family. So I'm just
Oh
looking
my
forward to
God.
what money is going to do for my birthday this year.
Right. Don't worry, Missy. Happy birthday. Thanks for having
Thank
me,
you.
Missy.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, Auntie Grace was here earlier too. Wow.
Yes, everybody was. Um,
Oh, wow.
I
All
saw more
right,
people
Missy.
than who spoke, um, but anyway, but I'm glad that you came, and
Mhm.
I don't see anything else in the chat. So,
All right.
Viva, you still here? She said she
Biba,
was
Biba, Biba is keeping it real with you. All right, Missy, I got to go now. Thank you very
okay,
much.
dear. Thank you for joining.
Yeah.
Bye
You're
bye.
welcome.
All right, Mojo family. This has been a good conversation, and I am so happy to have changed my mind. Next week's show will actually be about it really when I say my shows are for single parents, um, really the topics can cover just parenting in general. That's funny that our conversation just went into parenting again, but really our conversation, my topic tonight was about single parents and children playing certain games. But um, we will follow up that up with next week. So this week, I just wanted to have a casual conversation, no formality, and Ben and I chopped it up well. And now I am going to we're gonna if there's nothing else in the comments, no questions, no conversations, no topics anyone want to explore, I am going to go and celebrate some more because today is my Friday. I don't work on Fridays, so today is my Friday, and I'm gonna start my celebration early. Like I said, my actual birthday is Sunday, but I just want to remind you, celebrate yourself. Celebrate yourself for gratitude in life, just to stay grateful, acknowledge the growth and change. I've definitely grown leaps and bounds, from teenage years to the 20s to 30s, now 40s, and now knocking on the door to my 50s. Uh oh, why did that disappear? Um, that's okay, it disappeared, but we're going to keep going. Connection with community. Why is it doing that? Um, Motivation. So to motivate yourself to keep going, because when you see how far you've come, you want to continue. And just celebrate yourself simply because you deserve it. Um, Yes, Biba. Good night. I am going to enjoy. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, real fam. Please share this video. It's always funny because we always get off topic or on a different topic, but tonight topics was open. If you know single parents who feel like they're alone, or maybe they just want somewhere to connect, please send them to my show. I'm going to definitely do more shows about parenting, um, especially single parents, because I just want them to know they're not on an island by themselves. There's a community of single parents that will support each other, give advice, um, bring awareness to things, or to life situations that they may be walking through, and maybe don't know how to quite navigate it. So this is the space for to open up, to share, and to just direct if I can. Again, I come to you as a person of experience and not a professional. So I don't come with a degree. Well, I have a degree, but not in social work or therapist or anything. I am just a person who can share experiences, what worked along the way, what didn't, and we can grow and learn together. But if there is nothing else, thank you, Viva. I will. If there is nothing else, we are going to go, and we will see you at some point this weekend, because I know I'm going to go live. Like I said, I have friends that are going to be celebrating me, and I'm super excited. I can't wait to see. And we will definitely go live, and I will share with you guys at some point this weekend. So, but for now, remember, always keep it real and keep your mojo. Until next time, we'll see you later.